Hey everybody, it's Lala. I am coming back to you with a very rushed, I hope, video about this week's True Blood. So it's True Blood Season 7, Episode 2, and the title was I Found You. You found me? I found you. Somebody found somebody. Okay, now I wrote notes and then I wrote summaries and then I wrote bullet points and then I lost all of the paper. So I don't know, I'm just gonna have to work this out the best way that I can. So if I miss something, bear with me. If I don't know, don't bring something up, or if I'm wrong about something, if I get something wrong, put it down in the comments. I do want to say thank you to Mike B for shouting me out. There are quite a few YouTubers that do True Blood videos, and I'm gonna try my best to remember to put their information in the description box. Okay, so we start off with okay. We start off with Jason, and he finds Eric, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching it. I'm like, Eric, ah, uh, wait, Dream? And it got to the point where, and I can't even front, from time to time, I watch a little different type of stuff when I get bored with the regular stuff, okay? So I'm not one to get all prudish when it comes to some man on man, whatever. But that scene lasted so long. Like, it was like, what, like 4 minutes? And that was like 2 minutes, way too long. Like, I was getting to the point where I was starting to just like look away because like it was going and going and then it just kept going and going, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Wake up, Jason. Wake up. Um so Jason's having like this wet dream about Eric while he's asleep in a church pew. We've all been there, I'm sure. And this is after church, after Suki is giving her little speech or whatever to all the church folk, all the hating church folk. They're getting out of church. Suki, Alcide, let me see, Suki, Alcide, Andy, Jason, and Sam. I think that's everybody. They were all talking about trying to come up with a plan to find, Holly and Arlene and Nicole. And Suki had mentioned that she tripped over this dead girl when she was having her temper tantrum, and she realized that she didn't recognize her. So maybe she was from another town, and maybe the vampires, the zombies, I'm sorry, brought her from another town, that they maybe hit before they got to Bon Ton. So they decided to all go find this girl, see if they can ID her. Same time, the Reverend is asking Sam if he has any ideas on ways to keep the town folk busy because they have to, they're still all, frantic from what happened the night before. So Sam suggests that everybody goes to Bellefleur's and tries to tidy up, because when Arlene comes back, she's not going to want to see her place all messed up and everything. So maybe we could all get together and just clean up Bellefleur's, and that'll keep everybody busy. Letty Mae tells the Reverend that she's going to go check on Lala and see how he's doing because she's the only family he's got left and all this other stuff. So, like I said, I don't trust her any further than I can throw her. And I think that is it for that. I do have some questions about this entire situation, but I'm going to get to that. So let's see. So Suki and the crew, they find the dead girl. Fingerprints are done because it looked like the animals done chewed up her little fingers and stuff. That was nice and disgusting. And Jason's like, well, let's check her pockets. He found her wallet. I like that Jason is back to his little funny slapsticky kind of goofball antics with giving giving Andy the Starbucks card instead of the ID. Cute little stuff like that. So they find out that this girl is from a neighboring town called St. Elise, and they all decide to go to St. Elise to see if they can talk to the town folk and find out if they can pinpoint or ID some of the zombies, because we need 17 people to go do this, of course. So they go. Everybody's at Bellfleur's cleaning up all the gunk and broken stuff and everything. I couldn't do it, but you know, if they were keeping busy, I'd have been keeping busy at my house trying to board that motherfucker up or something like that, to make sure that once nighttime came, I was good. But I also would have already had a plan. And that plan, forget it, I was going to get to it later on, but that plan would be, since they're vampire zombies or sick vampires, me and my children would just stay in the house, okay? And not invite anybody in. And wait for the sun to come up. And then we would be good. And then, since they all have hepatitis B, after about a week, they all be dead anyway. But then, you know, that's just me. And then we wouldn't have a whole season of episodes to watch. So, you know, I'll give it to them. We don't want to wrap it up too easily, right? Okay. Let's see. So, while everybody's cleaning up at Bellfleur's, Sookie and the crew is going to St. Elise to ask questions. Now, before they did leave, Andy and Sam were trying to get in touch with like the police department and the mayor of the town, and nobody was answering. They couldn't get in touch with anybody. Okay. Letty Mae goes to Lafayette's house to check on him, like I mentioned before. And she basically, you know, he lets her in. Lala's doing his thing, being my boo-boo. And, you know, she's like, oh, I saw Tara. And she's calling for me, and I got to help her. And, you know, and he's like, she did. Like, I don't know what you're trying to do. You know, she's saying that they made good and all this other stuff before Tara died, and she didn't have enough time and she wants more, you know. And first Lafayette is like, you know, if you think that I'm trying to, you know, call on the spirits and all that other stuff like I used to do, like, no, I'm good, boo-boo. I don't do that no more. And she's like, no, you don't have to do that, but if you can get me some V. So he was just like, oh, okay. And, you know, normally what you would do if somebody was addicted to something at one point and then they come to you asking for something that's addictive, you would be like, well, you a crackhead. So, of course, you would be asking for that, you know. It did lead to one of my favorite lines of the night when she was just like, you're selfish and da-da-da-da, you're selfish. I can't remember what she called him. But he was like, and you a drug addict, you trifling bitch, through and through. I had to scream when I heard that one. That was so perfect. Lala could like read the phone book and just make it sound so unlike anyone else. But, okay. I'm really sleepy. I'm trying really hard to get this through because I wanted to just get up before it was too late. And as I told you guys before, I got a crazy schedule. I'm like sitting... You don't even want to know. This is just going to be so... They're going to get better, I promise. They're going to get better. I swear they will. Okay. So, I do have a question here. Why won't anyone check Fantasia? The zombies aren't even trying. Okay, so, I did wonder why at a time when vampires became a problem and they abducted someone and they were trying to come up with places where the vampires would be during the day, nobody thought of Fantasia. Okay, so yeah, everybody's looking in abandoned warehouses that we never paid attention to before, and all these other buildings and things like that, and it's like, but there's a vampire bar for vampires, a place where vampires used to hang out. Made for vampires, by vampires, you know. Okay. But nobody thought to look there, so whatever. Now, while all of this is going on, the dude the zombie guy who went down and ate Kevin last episode, he's getting cussed out by the rest of the vampire zombies or whatever, the Hep V vampires. I don't really know what I want to call them. I like zombies, but then again, I don't like zombies. But he's getting cussed out by the rest of the crew because he went and had an unauthorized, I don't know, eat or something like that. He feasted and he wasn't allowed to, and he cut down their rations because he ate somebody all by himself. So he lost his reaper duties, his reaping duties, and they decided to make an older woman named Betty a reaper. She used to be a school teacher, so she has self-control. So she got the job. Okay? And Betty's like, fine, whatever, long as we don't have to, act like savages and stuff, and we can kill people and drink their blood or eat them as civilized folk would. They give her the job. So when she goes down to reap the next victim, she looks at Arlene. Now, I kind of thought that everybody was looking at Arlene funny and they would kind of go to her and then they would change their mind. She looked at Arlene and then she just kind of, she stared at her for a second and then she stopped and went to go get somebody else. Maybe I was just, seeing things, because I thought that was the same thing that the greedy dude did last episode, but I guess not. I could have swore he went to Arlene first and then went and grabbed Kevin. Maybe it's just me. But when she took the person that she grabbed, I don't pay attention because usually the people who die are like extras or somebody that's not important anyway. So when she took them upstairs, Arlene was telling Holly, like, I know her. She's our kid's teacher, or, she used to be our kid's teacher or something like that. Holly said she wasn't looking because she was too scared, but she was just like, maybe this can help us. Maybe we could talk to her and try to reason with her. She used to teach our kids. Okay, why is my forehead so shiny right there? Like, Jesus, it's just like, it's distracting me. Obviously, I have a short attention span. But, so they decided that when she came back down that she was going to try to talk to her. Arlene gave this cute little speech that I'm not even going to try to, redo. But it was just cute. Like, I know I got the worst luck. And if I were you, I wouldn't be excited about being in this situation, next to me or something like that. But I haven't been through all the stuff that I've been through with Renee and Terry killing himself or something like that. Just to die in some basement of a vampire bar or something. It was so cute. I just love Arlene. She's so adorable and her hair is everything. Okay, so let's get back outside, shall we? I'm looking at my notes, bear with me. Okay, while everybody's cleaning up in Bellefleur's, Vince comes in. Looked like the mystery gang was kind of sprinkled out around everybody, but Vince comes in and he's like, oh, y'all really clean it up in here, and Sam just left y'all, you stupid motherfuckers. Sam drove off into the sunset and y'all back here cleaning up his mess, and they haven't done anything to protect you. Look at what happened last night, blah blah blah. We need to take this into our own hands. And and some people were like, yeah, he's right, and then he's got the mystery gang kind of like, yeah, and he did this, and he said your mama was a hoe, and he slept with your girlfriend last night. I wouldn't trust Sam either. Sam whatever. So while he was talking about everything, I think Hoyt's mom found a bunch of dead bodies in the freezer or something. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but yeah, and then so Vince just kind of took that as the okay to tell everybody that their mayor was a dog. Then they got to the point where he was a bear dog, because Hoyt's mom saw him one night. First it was a bear and then it was Sam butt naked next to her trash. So now the mayor's a bear dog. They don't think a lot in Bon Ton. They're just not very sharp people, I seem to understand. But yeah, so everybody's like, yeah, fuck this, cleaning up. We gonna break shit up. We gonna do the exact opposite and get some steaks and stuff so we can go out here and kill us some vampires. Get them vampires? No, never mind. that's the whole old Dave Chappelle thing. But if I started, then I'm gonna offend somebody. So let's not even do that. But yeah. So they all get ready. They breaking shit up. You know, breaking chairs and stuff. Try to get steaks and everything. Adeline's there, Andy's daughter. He did tell her after church to make sure that she was at home, you know, at least an hour before sunset. But she was there at Bellfleur's cleaning up with Wade, her little boo thing, slash brother-in-law to be. I don't know. It's the South, I guess. Um, and she, you know, she's part fairy, or she's half fairy, or like 3/4, whatever. She's a fairy. So she overheard somebody talking because basically, with everything going on the way it's been with the Hep V vampires, the gun stores and everything are all sold out. And one of the women who worked for the police department was thinking that, well, they could just go to the armory and get guns from the police department, and Adeline overheard her. So they kind of snuck out while everybody was, you know, looting and going crazy and everything. And they went to the police station to tell Kenya and try to warn her that everybody was coming to get the guns. So Kenya was starting to like help them, you know, get rid of the guns or something like that. But everybody showed up, and they quickly changed Kenya's mind and got her to join the crowd or join the mob or whatever. And since Adeline was trying to warn her and was against everything, you know, Kenya tried to handcuff Adeline, and she got scared and like blasted her with her fairy light. And as soon as that happened, Jessica felt her fear and everything. And, you know, she got up to go do something, but it was still daylight, so she couldn't do anything. So, suck my blood, and I'll know where you are, but in the daytime, I ain't gonna be able to do shit. So, don't get in trouble until nighttime. She forgot to add that little disclaimer. So, after everybody saw the fairy light or whatever, they went all crazy and overpowered her or whatever, locked her up. Jessica couldn't do nothing about it. Now, when Sookie and her crew get to St. Elise, they find out that it's like a ghost town. There's no one there. You know, houses and buildings are all boarded up and stuff, and they got, you know, spray paint everywhere. Help us, FEMA, help us, please, SOS, pray for us, you know, now and in our hour, the hour of our death, all this other stuff. Churches, with nobody, nowhere. People had signs talking about what they had, and silver and UV guns and all this other stuff. They got to a certain point of the town, and there was this huge ditch, or like, no, it was this huge, just like, hole in the ground. Looked like the size of a parking lot filled with dead bodies. And it was basically like everybody, I wrote True Blood meets The Walking Dead, because that's totally what the scene looked like. They went to the dead girl's house, and it was obvious that they were taking, they still had pizza sitting out on the tables and everything, like they were just about to sit down and eat dinner. Jason calls himself doing his little forensic, picks up a slice of pizza, like, you know, this is about 2.5 days old, so that's about how long the vampires had hit the town and were on their way over. So they're moving pretty quickly. It only took them a couple of days to clean out the town and go to Bon Temps. So it was Jason being cute again, doing his thing. And what else happened? Sookie started reading the girl's diary. I thought it was kind of pointless, but, you know, basically it just did that whole thing where it just told us that the girl was going through the same thing Sookie went through when she met Bill, and they did a little flashback with a scene that I don't remember seeing with her changing her clothes, so I'm guessing they filmed that just for the scene, to go out to Fantasia with Bill on their first little vampire human date. And what else happened? Back at Fantasia, Arlene and Holly finally get the Reapers, the old lady Betty, the Reapers' attention, and they try to reason with her. You taught our kids, you did things that no one else could do. You're a great person. You're better than this. You know, they talk to her into setting them free, letting them go. And she was struggling with it, but eventually she wanted to do it. She knew she was going. It was funny because she was like, if they find out that I'm giving you the slightest bit of sympathy, they gonna kill me. And Arlene was like, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but you gonna die anyway. And I'm sorry, I love Arlene. But yeah, so they convinced her, like, just do something, just a little last ditch effort. You're dying, you can make things right, you can do good. We can't do that, So she decided to find a way to set them free, and she took somebody else upstairs to be eaten. So later on, she asked to go on sleep monitor duty. And the vampires go to sleep for like 15 minutes, and then somebody wakes them up, and I guess then they feed or whatever. And they said, okay, fine, whatever, because the guy who they can't trust was the sleep monitor, and he was like, fuck it, whatever, and let her do it. So when everybody went to sleep, then she went down to try to save Holly and Arlene, but she was really, really weak, and she was sick, she looked really bad, and she was like, I gotta feed so I can have the strength to do this. And Arlene was like, okay, take my blood, it's the least I could do. She said something about drinking from the femoral artery because it won't show the bite marks or something. And she started drinking. Something happened, and she started kind of, like going hard on it and stuff. It looked real nasty. And then she died and just turned into a big old puddle of goo right there in between Arlene's legs. It was not cute. It was nasty. And that was their bye-bye to their chances of getting set free, because she dead in the pool of muck in between your legs. She was just chewing on you, and it's all in. Probably messed up the little chartreuse dress she had on. This is nasty. You can't unsee that. You just can't. And the way it probably felt. Yeah. So anyway, what happens? I know I'm gonna start missing things because this is where I kept leaving off on my notes. After Sookie reads the diary, when they realize, like, okay, well, they can't really get anything from there, but at least they know a little something, they start heading back to town. She's feeling guilty about everything and just feeling some type of way. Alcide tells her, like, it's not your fault. You didn't do anything. You didn't make these vampires come to the town or whatever. You didn't bring Hep V on everybody. All you did was fall in love with somebody that makes you human. That was really sweet. Alcide's a good guy. I adore him. I was having a hard time finding him attractive this episode, but you know what? I was sleepy. So whatever. I still love Alcide. So he was saying, sweet things to her, trying to make her feel better. She was just thinking about the fact that, what happened to St. Elise was about to happen to Bon Ton. Everybody was wiped out, which is pretty freaking scary. Like, it was eerie seeing the town just completely done like that. The government didn't even bother trying. Hurricane Katrina. And just left the people out there like that, and everybody died. It was crazy. It was scary. I don't know, like I said before, I don't know what I would do in that situation. Turn me or give me some pills or something. But so Andy got back to the house looking for Adeline. Adeline wasn't there. Jessica kind of freaked out because she was there. She wasn't supposed to be there. But she was just like, Andy, I'm here, hands up, like I'm in the attic. First thing he said was, you ate her. Where's Adeline? You ate her. And she had to, slam him down, do the little okey doke, like, yo, you see her? She's in trouble. I need you to help me. Either you're going to help me or you're not going to help me. But when the sun go down, I'm going to get her. So he ain't got no choice but to be like, okay. Because that's his baby girl. Only one he got left. And then we left off with everybody at the police station. The whole mob, crowd, town people at the police station, doing target practice and shooting guns off in the building and everything, and playing around, looking like the dumbest bunch of dickheads I've ever seen in my life. I would not want them trying to keep me safe. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead. I'll work it out. He just like a bunch of fools. Uh, and then Alcide and Suki gets back. This is a very boring review. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna do better. I'm so fucking tired. God, I'm tired. Suki and Alcide gets back to the house. Suki tells Alcide to take a shower, you know, and when he gets in the shower, she scootaloots on over to Bill's house and asks him, like, you know, can you still feel me? If I'm in trouble, can you still sense it or whatever? So 9 times out of 10, she's gonna be planning to do something stupid and need him to kind of get her safe or help her out, because Suki's stupid. Same thing. Suki's stupid. Suki's stupid. And yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, my issue really was, why won't people just take their asses in the house at night and just don't invite anybody into your house? That's it. Stay in the house. Like the way me and my boys live right now, we never have to worry about vampires, because nighttime come, we in the house. If we not in the house, we together. But if there was a vampire scare, we be in the house. You know? I don't know. Like I said, wait it out. Let them die. They don't live long. Oh, duh. And then at the end of the episode, Pam finally finds Eric. And he's there. And I'm like, oh, it's really Eric. Finally, my baby is here. And he's sick. He's got Hep V. Got the little veins coming up out his shirt. He still looked good. Just a little weak and well, he was always pale. So he just had some veins. And I was like, shit. But I can't see them having Eric die some horrible Hep V death. Like, he's just way better than that. Just like this bullshit ass terrorist dead thing. Eric's not gonna die. They gonna find something. Something's gonna happen, but he's not gonna die from no Hep V. You just don't go out like that. Eric's supposed to go out like a G. Like, even if he would have just burned up in the snow butt naked, that's better than dying from Hep V. So I don't know. I did not see the trailer for next episode. My ass went to sleep because I was so tired I could barely keep my eyes open watching the episode. And that's about it. If I missed anything, you know, let me know. Put it in the comments. Sorry about this dry ass video. I'm coming back slowly but surely. It's gonna be better. I'm gonna be back to the way I used to be. I promise. I'm gonna have my makeup on. My skin gonna be looking all good and everything. I had these little glary ass glasses off my face. Yeah, so I just really wanted to put something up. I really wanted to just talk about it, tell you guys what I was thinking. In all honesty, like, I'm really waiting to be blown away. Okay, True Blood has been, I love True Blood. I do. It's one of them people, like, I hang out with you because I love you, but you're not really fun anymore. And I'm trying not to be that way. I'm trying to stay like, True Blood, yeah. But it's just not working. I don't know. And I'm hoping that it gets better and better and better, because I don't really have a lot to say. I don't. I mean, everybody that was subscribed to me before, y'all know my videos be like an hour long. And right now I'm just talking to just try to make time, because I don't have a lot to say. I'm praying that it gets better. God, please let it get better. And don't fill it with that dumbass scene in the beginning. I love Jason, he's sexy. I love Eric, he's sexy. They sexy. They can be sexy together in the same room, but they ain't got to be sexy on top of each other. It's just not, I'm okay. They could be having an orgy with some other chicks, but I don't want them on top of each other. I just don't. Not them. Not them two. I'm like the only fan I know that wasn't like, yay, when it happened. I'm just saying that there's some people out there that would prefer not to. That's all. True Blood. You know, that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And Jason drank Eric's blood like over 6 months ago, didn't he? Because isn't that the time span that went by? So you still be having sex dreams about people 6 months later? That's gotta be hard. Is he still having dreams about Warlow? Or did it blood wear off because Warlow died? Do you just have, or people who were addicted to V, do they just have sex dreams about all these random ass vampires? Like, come on, y'all gonna do it, then do it all the way. That's all I'm saying. Alright, guys, I love you. It's Lala. I'm out. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I love you. And I will see you guys next week. Unless something comes up, bring my ass back in front of this camera. But I promise you, next week will be better. I will at least look better because I won't be getting ready to lay my ass down. I'm about to be like, boom, simple, like off, down. All right, love you guys. Bye-bye.